Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, we're using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. For supportive oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Alright, I already shuffled. My dog's annoyed with me. He's like, I want to go outside, and you keep reading those cards. I'll go out after this one, don't worry. In case somebody's watching, you're like, the doggy! Doggy will be okay, I promise. He's just a little dramatic sometimes. It's like I never pay attention to him. I'm gonna put that there. Okay. This is Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius. This feels long and drawn out. Not in the sense of like I'm going to be yammering on forever, which could happen, but that's not what I'm talking about. This seems like it's been going on for quite a while. It is going to go on for quite a while. I feel like you took up somebody else's gauntlet in a sense, like somebody else's responsibility. You've got the Emperor with the World card. Like somebody else was tending to this situation, whatever it was, whatever it is, and they needed to bow out or they needed extra help. Either you're helping somebody or like somebody handed over the baton, one of the two. And you got the World card with the Emperor card here. Like, there's a lot of responsibility here. You got into this realizing this was going to go on for a while. You knew that getting into it. You're either helping somebody or taking it over from somebody, one of the two. A lot of responsibility. You knew it was going to be a while, but it's with good reason. Like, you didn't go into this half-heartedly. You knew it was going to take a lot, but you also knew it had to be done. It's one of those feelings. And when I'm feeling you come into this, I'm getting you were met with a lot of positive energy. You got blossoming, and in the environment you have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. That can be good sometimes. He's a little, he, she, they, whatever they may be. Which actually, I don't think you can tell the gender on this person anyway. Not that it matters. It started off very well. Not that it's going to go bad, now that I'm saying that, but still, started off very well. A lot of people were very active. I don't see a lot of pushback. I actually see, like, things were already in motion. Things are, like, because when you got involved in whatever it was already in motion anyway. And it keeps in motion. You just got to make sure everything stays in focus, keeps at the right pace. This is taken care of, that's taken care of. I do my share, they do their share. It's almost like you do your share and make sure everybody else is doing theirs as well. That's kind of how that feels. And I'm getting blossoming with the Knight of Wands. It's almost like people are, at this point, we're trying to get you to help them. And like they were seeing if they could kind of push over some responsibilities over to you. Would you take some of this from me? And I feel like you might have taken a bit, but you didn't take all that much. I feel like you played the, if I can, I'll come over and help you if I can game. Because I know if there's people who do that, I think it's a smart thing. Like, I have to do mine first. If I have time after, I'll come over and help you. And I feel like that might have squelched that a little bit. But I'm getting blossoming here. Like, people were looking at you in a positive way. Things seem to be going well. That's how this started. Sounds good. Sounds good. Now, as it keeps going forward, the reason you're a part of this now is because something had to change, is what I'm getting. Whether you took it over from someone else or you had to help somebody. If that person needed help, that's because help was needed. Now, I'm getting the Two of Pentacles on your side, and you've got the face-down card here of the Two of Cups, but it's upside down. It's kind of a little skewed. I feel like you're seeing what's wrong with this situation. Kind of like, how do I put this? The reason the other person either left or needed extra help, like you're figuring out why that is. Something isn't right. Something isn't, like, other people, like, I almost feel like you're looking back and you're like, these people who were trying to push off some work over to me or trying to get me to do extra, something they should do, but they wanted me to do for them, and I feel like you pushed that back, but you're like, I feel like you're looking around and you're seeing where people are not doing exactly what they should be doing, and you're seeing where people are falling short. And you're getting the Two of Cups kind of a little askewed and upside down. It's kind of like people are getting away with things they should not be getting away with. The Two of Pentacles is showing up on your side, kind of like, what do I need to do about this? And I feel like you're not affecting the environment directly. And I think that's the very interesting part here. You are talking with someone else. And you've got the Queen of Wands here. Like, that can be very much a Sagittarian energy, in my opinion. I don't know why. I don't think it's supposed to be, but that's how it just clicks in my brain for some reason that way. But you're very activating. You got a lot of heart. You got a lot going into this. You seem to be explaining, like, this is what I'm seeing. This is where these problems are happening. And you seem to be talking it out, like, what should be done about this? Because this is causing more and more problems as we keep going down the road. We need to stop this. This needs to be changed or fixed or put better in focus. This is part of why you're here, though, to keep things in focus, to keep people on track. And you're talking with someone else, and they're like, you know what? Let me do this right now. Let me see if I can put this back in line. You stay over here. You keep doing what you're doing. Keep your eyes open. I'll handle it. And then we'll see if what I'm doing to handle it has honest effect, because people won't realize that you're the one actually seeing it, or you're keeping an eye on it. So I'll handle it, and you keep an eye on it and see if what I'm doing to handle it is working. And I feel like that's kind of what's happening here. So you're not directly going forward and like, let me handle this, let me straighten this up, let me focus this, let me get people in line. You're coming to someone else, and they're like, you know what, let me handle it. You keep your eyes open to see if it works. And you're like, okay, I could do that. As long as it fixes, as long as it gets better, who cares? It's all good. I don't need to be the one going forward and doing whatever needs to be done. I'll do that. I'll keep my eyes open. I'll let you know what I see. You got gratitude next on your side. Like, it's kind of like you don't have to get your hands dirty this time. You've done it before in life. But you're seeing like, all right, I'm keeping my eyes open. I'm doing my part. This person doesn't want you. Like, they're feeling like if they go forward themselves and handle it, it works better, it's more effective. And you're very thankful because you didn't really have to get your hands too dirty. And it is correcting it. The thing is, you're noticing somebody else do something, or other people do something they shouldn't be doing anyway. So it's not really that bad, but it's kind of like, it's one of the reasons the situation isn't working out. So this is the whole point why you're here. And this is good, because I feel like this is working out. Like, nobody's upset with you, and the situation is getting better. Now, justice comes into the situation. Like, this actually makes things work out. I feel like this is the best way to make this work out. Justice is saying this is good. This worked out fairly. This worked out correctly. Because whatever you saw was injustice anyway. You're just putting justice back in focus is what I'm getting. I'm also getting, as it keeps going forward, you have the King of Cups. You're very comfortable because things are more in line, more on track, more in focus. People are understanding, like, they need to do what they need to do. Nobody's being negative to you. I don't feel like anybody's giving you any negative repercussions. You're happy with that. Things are in line. I'm getting here growth here too. Like, I feel like you talk to the right person, and not only did they address it and fix it, but they're keeping it so, like, those people stay in line. They realize that what they do is causing other repercussions, and they need to stay on point. They're making that impression on them, like, when you falter, you make the whole team suffer. And they seem to be getting that point across. You're just simply keeping an eye on it. You're doing your own part. You are doing your own part. But it's almost like you're kind of like the spyglass. I don't know if that sounds rotten, but you're just making sure everything's working the way it should, and everything is working out the way it should. Your part is very important because people get along better this way. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is telling me things seem to be reconstituting. And with this better way of doing things and people staying on point, some people may be aware that you're watching. And they may be watching their P's and Q's around you, but that's good because it's keeping things in focus, it's keeping things on track. It's not bad. In this situation, I feel like it's really good because as time goes forward, you're not a dummy. You know it. If they're catching on that you're watching, you know that they're watching, but you're very careful about what you do with it. You're like, I know. You're not bolstering anything. You're keeping it under control. You're fine. But you got the Magician here, kind of like, I'll just keep my eyes on things. And you try to make things better with other people. You want people to like you is what I'm getting with the Magician card. So you're making things smoothed over. You're kind of like, you know, praising people where necessary, you know, appreciating them where you can so they feel appreciated. It seems to be going very well. You got this interesting card here of purity at the end, which is saying you just got to be careful what is really happening here. This is a really awkward card in this deck for me. Because I feel like a lot of times it's more of a warning, like what you view as pure and what is actually happening here. Just keeping your intentions on the best. I feel like you're going to do your best to do that, but the more you stay on the level, the more everybody else stays on the level. It's a natural feeling to like when people realize you're watching to want to like have a little clout with that. Just be careful of it, because the people around you are as on level as you are. Like, if you keep things balanced and sane, people around you stay balanced and sane. For those of you it makes sense for, if you get a little full of yourself, which we're all human, once in a while we get a little full of ourselves, you're going to have repercussions from that. Vice versa, if you let other people get a little full of themselves, you know, there's going to be repercussions for that too. You got to keep it in the middle. You can't let people get a little ahead of themselves. You can't let them walk over you, but you want to be careful not to walk over other people either. Like, you got to do your best to keep it as in balance. This could be the purity is what I'm getting. That might be a challenge because you got the Magician here, and they're like, that might be your new focus. Not that things have to stay on time in focus, but like keeping emotions balanced, keeping people in line, like. Don't let them walk over you, but be careful not to walk over them. It's just a natural human emotion. Some days are easier than others. The more you keep it in balance, the better everybody is. And I feel like this is really good for you. I think you got this. I do. I think a lot of you are human like I am in the sense of like, you know, you have those days where, you know, you might get a little full of yourself. Happens once in a while. And so you have those days. But then, you know, you get it back under control. It may be a very rare occurrence, but once in a while it happens, and you're just kind of like, wait a minute, I'm a little full of myself. Let me pull it together. Let me calm it down, because you feel it, and you know it. You know it in your heart. You're like, I'm kind of pushing my luck today. I'm feeling a little bit too much of this. I think I got to reel it in. As long as you do it, when you feel that and you reel it in, you'll be okay, because what I'm getting is nobody's going to check you on it. You'll probably get away with it. It'll cause an imbalance, though. It's just a human thing. You know what I mean? You'll be fine. All right, I think we're good. All right, thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.